About $36 later, this is what we have. The bars leaks, head gasket fix. They also have Blue Devil, but Blue Devil's like $65. And I had used that before on my Pontiac. I had is that a Pontiac? The Pontiac Montana. Yeah, it was a Pontiac Montana. So I ended up using 2 of those Blue Devil thingies, and it still didn't fix it. So my optimism or my confidence level in this stuff is not too high. So for $36, I am going to do another gamble. And pretty much if this doesn't fix it, Blue is going to be scrapped. Which is pretty sad, actually. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck, everybody. Alright, here's the moment of truth. We're going to try the bars leaks block seal permanent head gasket fix. It was about $36 with tax and everything from AutoZone, Advanced AutoZone, or Auto Parts. I think it was Advanced Auto. I don't know. But anyhow, we should probably read the instructions. It says that it'll work with 4, 6, and 8 cylinder vehicles. They had some cheaper stuff, but then it said you had to flush out the radiator and all this other stuff, which I can't do. I'm not going to take the thing apart and do all that. I'm just going to go ahead and add this, even though it's more expensive. And I figured the more expensive one might do a better job than the cheaper one. But it says, allow the engine to cool, which it already is. Make sure the engine is cool enough so the radiator cap can be safely removed. Shake this container here well. Pour the head gasket fix directly into the radiator. If using in a small cooling system, such as a 4-cylinder with no air conditioning, install only half a bottle. If direct access to the radiator is not available and if overflow tank is present, you can install it in the tank. Fill the radiator and overflow tank to the proper level and reinstall the radiator cap. Start the engine. Turn heater on hot and fan on high. Idle the engine for 15 minutes. Allow the engine to cool. Top off the radiator and leave bars leak head gasket fix in the cooling system for continued protection. Drive the vehicle as normal. Seems easy enough. So let's shake it up and pour it in. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Alright, I gotta shake it with my other hand. Alright, just like before, it has this really nasty stuff. It's basically this liquid with copper-like thingy in it. I'm gonna try to pour it in here. I don't know if you can see that. Just gonna pour the stuff inside. Good news is there was radiator fluid in there, because this thing obviously would not fill it up. So the leak may be small. Can't believe a small leak would make all that smoke, but look at that stuff bubble. So this little thing filled it up. So there was some fluid leak, but not empty like I thought it would be. Considering all the smoke, I thought it would be empty, but apparently not. Gonna add a little bit more. Now it says to start up the engine and let it run on idle, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to also add some coolant here to this overflow tank. And I guess we'll put the lid on it and see how it does. But it is good to know that the radiator fluid didn't go totally empty. Had it gone completely empty, that would have meant that It is going down. Basically, it has like these little flakes that I think get caught up in the hole and kind of stop it. So this is obviously not a permanent fix, although it says permanent. It says permanent block seal, permanent head gasket fix. I truly doubt so. I had used this stuff before on the other vehicle and it didn't work so well. But I used a cheaper one. Like Walmart sells these little ones that look like they have the same kind of liquid, but and it's bars also, stop leak or whatever, but it didn't seem to work so well. So we're gonna try this out. So wish me luck. I'm gonna close everything off, add some water here to make sure that I have the coolant level halfway decent. Then we're gonna go ahead and start up the car and see how it does. Alright, I've added water into this overflow tank here until it came out of that overflow valve or little hose thingy or opening. So this is full right now. You can see it's up to the top. Gotta get it to go down here, but I'm gonna put the lid on it and start the vehicle up. Now it says, I'll have to read the instructions, but I think it said to run it, let the engine idle for 15 minutes and turn up the heaters and the fan. So that's what we're gonna need to do. Okay, we're gonna crank up the car, turn the heater up here, set the fan on high and power on, and just let the thing run for about 15 minutes. It says 433, so 448. My blower doesn't work so well. I wonder if I should put on the defroster. So we're gonna set this on as high as possible. I don't even feel anything blowing here. It's like no fan is blowing. Front and rear is both turned on, but it's not really blowing. I don't hear anything blowing. I think my blower's out. I wonder if that could be related to it. If any of you know, any of you who are car mechanics know, you might be able to help me out here. The back seems to work, but the front, see, it's on but not blowing. So I'm not able to get the front to blow. We'll go ahead and let the engine run though, and then see how it does after 15 minutes. Interestingly, we can see there is some white smoke coming out, but not that much. And you see the spot on the ground where it's blowing and hitting. So there is still some white smoke coming out, but not like when I was driving it earlier. I can really smell it. So I guess we'll let it run. There's not much I can do. The blower's not blowing. And then I'll try driving the car a little bit and see how it does. Alright, the blower's not blowing, so I don't think the radiator coolant is circulating. So I'm going to try to drive the vehicle, even though that's not what it said to do. I'm going to drive it around the block, just staying in the neighborhood, see if I can't get it to flow a little bit and coat the holes to try to seal the hole. The smoke level coming out of the back is a little bit more than what it was when I showed just previously, but it's not like crazy smoke, but it is noticeable smoke. So let me drive around and see what happens. Alright, I drove around the block and there's all sorts of smoke coming out, so I'm just letting it sit here for a little bit. I'm just going to let the engine run and shut it off and let it cool down and then try it again and see what happens. Let's take a look. This is what it currently still looks like. It's still bad. I don't see it stopping, so that means that bar's leak is not working. It's not sealing it.